be celebrating 20 years next year. And one of the things that I keep saying over and over again, I'm going to say it all year long, we're not teenagers anymore. We are now 20 years old. We left the teenage.
We're in a young adult era.
We're in a young adult era, and we're going to do some things that are going to blow people's minds. So I'm looking forward to that.
Beautiful.
Before we get started, too, it's actually National Veteran Small Business Week, too. So shout out to all the veteran-owned businesses out there.
Yay!
And Sumnu is a veteran-owned business
Yes,
as well. So thank y'all.
Shaundell served in the Air Force.
And Tiara served in the Air Force. And my dad served in the Air Force. The only defector was my son. He went in the Army, but we'll let him.
We can't do my bros.
We're gonna do him like that.
We can't do my bros
like that.
Listen, I understand that he didn't follow the tradition, but he still went to the military. He served the country.
We give him that.
He's so veteran.
But you know, he's still veteran.
He want to fight on the front line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on.
So our first segment today is Sumnu on the Scene. And we're just going to share a little bit of what we have going on this month. Well, first off, we just ended Men Who Cook this past Saturday, November 1st. Look, Shaundell's all gritty right now.
That's right, because my spaghetti was fire.
Fire.
Yeah, it was fire. Everybody was talking about, oh, you didn't cook that, Arlene. Arlene did not cook the spaghetti. OT, the spaghetti was fire. Look, Ambizi loved the Italian sausages, right?
Okay.
Come on now, hey, give me some props, right?
I got you, Pop. It was good.
It was good.
A little Parmesan on there.
That's right. Oh, come on, son. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So you know how to cook, too. You don't just run businesses.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm not gonna say that. I'll say this is that Arlene did most of the cooking, probably all of the cooking when the kids were growing up. But hey, I know how to cook.
When it's time for the men to cook.
When it's time for the men to cook, we're gonna do what we gotta do.
The salmon is good.
See there? See? Come on now.
I give him that.
That's a specialty.
That's my specialty.
The fried gizzards.
See, he going back with the fried
gizzards. I don't eat no gizzards, okay?
No, what's wrong with gizzards?
Don't serve me no gizzards.
All right, we ain't gonna serve you. Well, you probably ate them when you was little. You didn't even know.
Oh, Lord.
Just sneaking it in your baby.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, Men Who Cook was this Saturday, hosted by Mastering Mindsets. They have it every year, and it's just a fun time for the men of the community to serve the community.
And can I say, like, Franklin G., who was in this studio, who was in here often, shout out to him, because that was his vision, to bring men together, to bond over food and come together, because we all know, and let's just call it like it is, to keep it real and keep it 100 like Sumnu does, is black men don't always do that. We may go into barbershops and talk about sports, talk about women, stuff like that, but we don't bond and sit back and have that kind of fun. And it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. YSK. That's it, right? I got it right. See, y'all was like, y'all didn't think I was vibing with him. He killed it. He killed it. I told him his message rapping was amazing. I love the fact that he's bringing that flavor to everything else, when it comes to hip hop. And I told him it's going back in time when people like Slick Rick and them told stories. So I love the way he performed. Of course, Ambizi was doing her thing with putting the music out there. We had all the food vendors, and shout out to AK and our homegirl Cash Money.
Yay.
Cash Money was doing her thing on hosting her, and AK kept it live. But LJ's my man, 50 grand. That's what we used to say back in the day. But Men Who Cook was fire. It was a great event.
Okay, fire. It was fire. And it was hosted at Parkdale. And we have another event coming up soon, November 15th. It is the annual community baby shower. It is also going to be at Parkdale. So if you know anyone that is expecting, or know anyone that has little ones, and you're looking to get some extra resources, please check out this wonderful, wonderful event. There's going to be a lot of resources available for families to get the things that they need for their young ones.
Yes.
Lastly, we have a faith-based community health fair, November 22nd at 2nd Baptist. If you're available that day, I believe it starts at 10 a.m. There's just a bunch of resources going on. Just show up, show out, see how you can be involved, and it's going to be a great time. Second Baptist Church. That's where it's at.
Okay. Nice.
Amaya, let's share what's going on with Sumnu Solution Zone.
Yes. So the Sumnu Solution Zone is a self-paced course to teaching aspiring entrepreneurs and small business owners how to create a strong foundation for their business. So we take you through the 12 steps of marketing. You also get access to the marketing mentor, okay, Shaundell Newsome. And we just help you with your journey with your business, because, you know, that's all we're all about, and that's our passion, creating the same structure. Y'all could be like us, going on to 20 years. And then you could also teach the next generation on how to run a business, have that established for you. So for more information, go to sumnusolutionsZone.com. Learn more about SSZ and how you could create that foundation for your business.
And I would also like to just reiterate that this is a self-paced service. So if you feel like that your schedule is too busy and you're not able to balance like meeting in person on a consistent schedule, well, this was made for you.
Yes.
As a business owner, we want to make sure that you're able to have the tools that you need, and we understand how fast-paced things are, and that it can be. So the Sumnu Solution Zone is at your own will. You complete it whenever you can, and you will be fed a lot of great information.
Yes. And I mean, it goes back to how Sumnu we're about to come up on our 20th year in April next year, and we've been able to sustain this long because we use our own system, the 12 steps of marketing, and we follow it. So.
And we were having a whiffle this morning. If you don't know what whiffle means, it stands for what I feel like expressing. And Shaundell was just having a little powwow with us and just telling us the importance of having a system and abiding by a system, because that's what keeps consistency. If you stray away from the system, things go all over the place. But the system is what keeps that foundation and what keeps you focused and keeps things moving.
Yes. All right. Let's get into the topics.
Let's get into our topics. So what are we talking about today, Amaya? What are we talking about today?
We are talking about the evolution of Sumnu and just being just using the radio as an outreach to reach our target audience. And we're also talking about, you know, being 20 years strong coming up. What was y'all doing at 20?
Well, you don't want to know what I was doing at
Radio appropriate, okay?
Okay, right. There you go. I was in Vegas, but I'm not going to tell you what I was doing. It ain't much radio appropriate. But I hung out with KCP though. I was at KCP. Yeah, I had a nickname back then too.
Spade.
Oh wow.
Literally, I was
What's in the eye?
Just leave it the PG part. You know, the football stuff.
Oh yeah. I played football. That's what it is.
Yeah, and you were serving, right, in the military.
In the military. I was in the
And
military.
working like 2 jobs.
Yep.
And raising kids.
Raising kids.
Yeah.
8 kids.
Raising kids.
We was the baby kids before baby kids.
I believe it. I heard all the stories.
We was different.
Way different.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we made it. We're here. Right? What were we doing at 20? What were you doing at 20?
Working
Working at
going
something.
to school. I ain't work nowhere else.
Yeah. We were throwing parties in my 20s. When I was 20, actually.
Yeah. Even before then, right?
Yeah, even before then, we did it at like 15, and then when I was 20, we actually became a live entertainment company.
Awesome.
So that was his live entertainment company.
Wow.
Yeah. He didn't have a radio appropriate name for his company.
We're not gonna say it on here, but yeah, we
Tell us afterwards.
Well, y'all, you know, well, the people that know me, you know, that's listening,
They know. Sean Torrey told me all
Sean
about
Torrey,
it.
yeah, that's my man. That's my man. He know all about that. He was at a lot of those parties. You know, I was one of the reasons why I told him he shouldn't stay in Vegas. He should go to college. You know, he shouldn't stay for all of that stuff. But he he made a great career for what he is now.
And shout out to him.
He's
a doctor now.
now.
Shout out to Sean Torrey.
Shout out Sean Torrey.
The
We're
doctor.
so proud of you.
Yes.
Dr. Torrey.
Dr.
Doctor.
Torrey.
Right.
Congratulations, bro. Proud of you.
Yes.
Oh, what was I doing at 20? I was.
Oh, you act like it was long ago. She's like, oh my
5
God,
years
let me
ago.
reach back.
Hey, I was about to say,
What was I doing at 20?
I was gonna say, cause y'all
You
like 23, 20.
We're
what?
25, thank you.
Oh,
You sound like my great grandson. He like,
25.
oh, hey Papa, remember when I was little? I'm like, little? What are you now? You're like 4 years old.
The kids say that I'm auntie status now, so
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
We are
but-
auntie now.
Listen, I ain't got nothing to say to that.
I was just in school. I was in and out.
Mm-hmm.
In Vegas and California, just trying to figure out life. I'm still trying to figure out life, but
Right.
life is fun.
It has to be.
It has to be. But yeah, so we're reflecting on the 20 years of Sumnu Marketing, and more specifically with the radio show. As if you're just now tuning in, you're listening to Sumnu in the Valley, and it didn't start with us. It
Mhm.
started way back.
Back in the day. In the olden days.
In the olden
Wow.
days. With the show called Let's Talk Business, hosted by Shaundell Newsome and Thomas Glover. And that is why they're here with us today, to just reflect and just talk about the beginnings of that radio show and why that radio show became the show in the time that it was in. So I'll ask Thomas first, what brought the idea of Let's Talk Business? Let's give us the vision of the show, the premise of it, the time frame, how it started.
Well, I can say one thing I do remember. What the vision was to help young entrepreneurs, and not just small businesses, but young entrepreneurs. Because at the time, like I said, I was a young entrepreneur. So it was really to help these young entrepreneurs figure out how to be an entrepreneur at this point, right? And so that's the landscape of why we started Let's Talk Business. And one thing that Shaundell always would say is like, America's built off of small businesses. So that was like the reason why we came to KCEP and why we came to them to get that message out. And that's why I was there, to help young entrepreneurs to figure out how to start. And so that was kind of where that was my main point and why I was there and how the landscape started.
2010.
I was 10 years old.
2010. Yeah, there she go. OT, I'm tired of these old jokes over here.
I'm saying, y'all making me feel
Look at
Jesus.
I'm 10 years old.
I'm just trying to give the people perspective.
Okay, give them perspective. Look, 2010, we were going through America's Great Recession. I went to Craig Knight and said, look, Craig, man, a lot of small businesses are suffering. They're really, matter of fact, and it just to understand, over half of the small businesses went out of business in 2009.
Wow.
In our community, black community, about 75% of the businesses went out of business. The Urban Chamber of Commerce was about to close its doors, pretty much. Ricky Barlow, shout out to him as a councilman. He came and said, "Hey, we got to do something about this." Me and I told you guys the story was, in 2009 was probably the hardest year of my life. Everybody thinks I have it so easy, but it was one of the hardest years of my life. I lost my father. We lost our home because we were in a lawsuit, if you will, with Chase over our home. Everybody was in losing homes, car, everything. Like, me and Arlene started from scratch. And a lot of people don't realize that either. We started from scratch. We downsized from a four and a half or 5 bedroom pretty much to a 3 bedroom. We had a very small. So we went all the way back. And then at that time, it was asked of us, like, what does that mean? Like, Dr. Fowler was there praying with us, and we got custody of our grandchildren. So it was like a really, really tough time. Thomas, Tiara, Carla came to the table and said, "Hey."
And Naomi.
And Naomi, that's right. Naomi. Shout out to Naomi.
We can't forget about
Naomi was there through all of it. And we worked through all of the things that we wanted to teach other small businesses how to work through it. And especially young entrepreneurs. We always had an affinity to help young entrepreneurs. My son, young entrepreneur, other son, young entrepreneur. So we were always trying to help young entrepreneurs to understand how to do business. Not just, because a lot of people were owning businesses, but they didn't know how to do business. And that's why a lot of them failed during the recession, because they didn't have a solid foundation. So what we were talking about this morning is, what is a solid foundation? How does a solid foundation help you? And so as we were going through it, we were teaching everybody else how to build a solid foundation.
And what were the kinds of topics that you guys touched on when it came to wanting to help entrepreneurs? What were the things that you felt like this is what they need to know?
Like, well, as Shaundell said, was how to do business, like contracts, how to bid, how to just, the main thing was how to start an actual company. A lot of people are just going down to the Secretary of State and just putting their name on a piece of paper and like, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, that's,
LLC.
Yeah, that's not it. I tell people all the time, I tell people still to this day, that's not it, you know. And so we were teaching people how to actually start a business and actually run a business. So those are like some of the main things that we always touched on when we did the show was, you know, how to come to events and how to present yourself and how to brand. Because a lot of people don't know how to brand their business, and we can get into that another day, but like a lot of people didn't know how to brand their business. They would just have a business and just be like, oh, I got a business. I'm like, okay, I never heard of this. And so that was the thing for young people, was like how to do it. And so with being in a marketing company, that was like my main thing. Like, you got to stand out. We did that.
And you know what's funny is my son was like, every time he finds something that we could brand with, Tiara got mad because she was in Germany, and I'm not Germany. China. She was in China. She was in Japan. Then I think she was in Africa. So we would buy stuff and wear stuff and show her the picture, and she was like, "Really? Y'all gonna do me like this?
Where my stuff at?"
Where my stuff at? So we really pushed the brand. We rebranded to Sumnu Marketing at that point in time. But I'm gonna give a shout out to JP. JP said he's listening from Texas. He said, "Keziah, you sound great." That's Keziah's dad, JP Wilson, my man. I just recently was with him in Texas and gave him, you know, kind of a breakdown of where we came from. And see, but branding, like what Thomas is talking about, is it goes beyond the logos and the colors. It's your character. So we talk about the foundation of Sumnu is family and faith. And what I believe God was doing at that time, losing my father, losing our home, losing 60% of our revenues, God was defining our character, right? And that's where you always hear me say that quote with Dr. King: the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. What people got to understand is that challenge and controversy should not be a surprise to you. If you're going to go in business, my mentors told me I was going to hit a rough patch. I didn't know I was going to hit it in my third year.
Right.
And I didn't know it meant that I'm going to lose my dad, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose that. Right. We keep thinking about losing money, but that showed me that it was more important than money and the foundation. And I'm with Thomas. At the end of the day, sitting here watching you and watching Keziah do this show now, 15 years later, means a lot. And Craig always tells me that this is what we do. This is how we build. I remember when Ambezi started on the radio here. Let me tell you something. That's the real jewel and the real gem of what we do. When we say do something new, it's about the next generation, the future, and how we're going to build.
And with that same attitude and mindset, we were able to get through COVID too, because we had another.
Oh yeah, you remember COVID?
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember COVID?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
What happened in COVID?
A
lot happened in COVID.
Especially with businesses, like that was another tough time for them.
We did layoffs. You were one of those casualties of layoffs. Now people go, "You gonna lay off your granddaughter?" Like, shoot, she made out better than I did. Shoot, they had some big old unemployment checks. Shoot, I should have laid myself off. I didn't get no check.
But I mean, it was still some decisions that you guys had to make, and
it was hard.
It's always a hard decision, you know, when it comes to family. But you got to make those decisions if you want the company to continue to grow. and that's what you go through in hard times. Like I said, when we went through the recession, it was real. I remember we having an office in the house in one of our rooms because we had to like downsize that much just to sustain the business. So, COVID was just another little notch on the belt, but we definitely got through all of that.
Yeah, the recession. Yeah, because he was staying with me in Arlene, boy. Yeah, it was rough.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
It was some hard nights and getting up extra early, and going out of town to, We did. Me and him traveled California. And we just, and those trips were like intentional, and it was great going through that experience with your son because you get to see the hard. He got to see all the hard. Everybody kept saying, "Oh no, now he's your favorite." Now he was like, "Really? This is how you treat your favorite?" We ain't gonna talk about my mama, bro. I'm telling you, wait, listen.
She listening.
Yeah, well, listen, Ma, close your ears. Close your ears. For some of the stuff I'm gonna say, like you said, it was hard. I ain't gonna talk about how much we was getting paid, but just knowing that every day can be the last day. So you out there grinding. Like I worked 2 jobs like Pop was doing, and still going to something new every day, going to network events. I'm getting home at 12 o'clock at night, getting up at 5 to start it all over the next day and do it in all day. Plus having a son at that time too. So it was rough, going out of town constantly and not knowing if we're going to make any business. But I was like, listen, whatever we got to do, because we depended on this. So like I said, this is why we're able to sit here now. Those are some of the hardest times, but we got through it with a smile on our face.
That's when you bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Bet on yourself. Shout out to my brother, right? Bet on yourself. I love it.
She also has a conference happening.
Yep. Nope, it's moved to King Week.
Oh.
Yep, we're going to do it on January 16th.
Oh, period.
Yes. No, January 18th. I'm sorry. January 18th.
Oh.
That's Sunday. We're gonna
Shout out.
Yep.
I wanted to talk more about the impact of your show, Let's Talk Business. Has there been any testimonials from people who listened to your radio show and was just appreciative of the advice that you gave them, things that stuck out, or what was the overall change from that?
Yeah, I'll let you go. You have.
Well, I know, there were a lot of people who heard the show. And they would come to us and say, wow, thank you for sharing, first of all, your journey and your pain and what you're going through and how to rebound. I think that was what was most important is people were learning how to rebound their business. In fact, I remember Grits Cafe started in the midst of the recession. Trina and I were having conversations. We were, helping her with her business and the startup Grits Cafe. We were working with Nevada Partners, Culinary Academy, Oscillero Learning. All these different folks were, our clients, but then we reached out to a group of people who were not necessarily our clients and helped them to get that confidence and get that feeling. Because a lot of it is about resiliency and about the owner and the owners of the company. Everybody in our family couldn't do what we do, because sometimes if you don't have the confidence or you don't have the confidence in your ability, and my son will tell you that his confidence, all the stuff y'all doing now, networking, going to events, putting up, he did all that
by myself.
He had to do it. He had to do all
by
of it.
Myself.
Pop up banners.
Listen,
that's why y'all see him in all. That's why when Lauren is going through all the stuff, she's like, "Who is this guy?" He's doing all that stuff. And so get up in the morning, like he said, get up in the morning, go to networking events at 7 in the morning for breakfast, and then go in the evening and go to other events. John Pennington, matter of fact, AA Printing. John actually told us he started looking at our branding. That's when he started looking at branding in yellow and all that. So John Pennington was one of those people with AA Printing
And I remember before he started.
Yeah.
I used to see him at La Tip. I used to see a lot of these guys, Ace Fair,
yeah,
and Gina. I used to see a lot of them at the beginning. I seen all of them when we was like going through the recession, they were starting their businesses and stuff like that. And I remember like the branding, it was like, dang, I see this shirt everywhere. I'm like, yeah, you do. I'm everywhere.
You will.
Lou Collins.
Yeah,
Lou actually was. What was his company?
He had an entertainment company.
Yeah, he was right off. He was, matter of fact, he and Jeff Jazz Jones were the only company that, like, black-owned company downtown at the time.
Absolutely.
And they were handling their business, you know.
Yeah, key to the city.
Yeah. Yep, they got a key to the city.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool hearing all the history.
I know, just taking it in.
So when y'all have a hard time going to these events, just remember I had to do it by myself.
Yeah.
All those banners y'all see and stuff like that y'all have and all the table skirts, that was like, I was like, listen, this is what I got to do. I came up with this idea. I was like, listen, we got to put the chessboards on the table. We got to come up. The whole thing was just to see us. And, you know, at the end of the day, you want to be seen. And as long as I get you to stop at that table, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you. You stop at the table, it's all good. And so that's how we was winning awards. Like, it was like, they're everywhere. Like, I went to like 6 events in one day one time.
Wow.
Like, literally, back to back. Just bam, 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 bam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I'll be like, what would Thomas do?
Right?
But that's really good that you put that much attention into that in the beginning, because it did set that foundation on how we execute outreach now. And when we're out in events now, people still recognize us and they think we are a marketing supplier company because of how branded we are and all the stuff we have on our table.
Listen, I'm telling you, whatever it takes for you to get seen, that's what I felt like marketing was. And like I said, with the live entertainment company, with my brothers and friends and stuff like that, that was my main thing. I wanted us to be known everywhere we went. So when it came to, you know, Newsome Marketing, then to something new, that was the same thing I brought in there. I was like, listen, Pop, whatever, t-shirts, shoes, hats, I don't care what it is. Whatever we can make people see us. And he already had the color and the idea. I was just like, listen.
He came with the hoodies.
Yeah.
He came with the hoodie idea. We put the hoodies together.
Yeah. Like I said, it was just that whole thing. You know, just trying to make sure that we seen. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, boy, it was something. But on the other side of the break, I know we're getting ready to go to station break, but we can talk more about that.
Yeah.
How have marketing and storytelling have changed since then to now? Or is there a change?
I think, you know, let's say this, it hasn't changed and you know, from the standpoint of the process is not changing. You have to understand the audience you're talking to. You have to give them something that they can feel. And I think that many people are just talking and nobody's listening, right? And especially with the growth of social media and everybody wanting to be a, what do you call it? Somebody tell me, a content influencer, a content person, content creator. Well, everybody can't create content. That's like saying everybody can DJ. Everybody can sing. Everybody can play basketball. Everybody cannot be a content creator because you don't know what you're building content for. Not everybody just want to watch you do things, right?
Yeah.
So I think what hasn't changed is how people feel. And it goes back to the psychographics. I always talk about the psychographics of marketing, is you have to hit people what they need, what they want, and what they desire. So when he was doing his entertainment company, he was giving something to the young people, and there's a part that y'all don't realize, is he was giving a comfort to the parents by saying, hey, we're going to have a safe environment, we're going to have a party, we're going to have a good time, but your kids are going to be safe. They didn't have the whole, like everybody else was having parties and it was getting shot up and all that. They didn't have all that. What I thought was interesting is how they had security, how they had the people they were inviting, they knew who they were inviting, they knew who not to invite. So I think when you think about those things in that level of detail, that's what has changed a lot. A lot of people are just doing stuff. And I think it's just an embarrassment to the industry that people are doing stuff.
Right.
It is, you know, so it's pretty sad. I gotta say, let's see, who's hitting me up? That's Major. So Major moved in with us in high school. Yeah. And he was, you know, became part of the family, just like one of my sons. And he, you know, he often talks about him and Earl. Earl was one of the other young men that hung around us. I remember him going and hanging out with us at Juneteenth.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for us, and I talk about strictly for us, it's a way of life for us. Our family, those people that join us in this journey, they become a part of the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were very important too. Like he said, with Earl being a part of Juneteenth, he didn't even know. He just woke up. He was like, "Okay, what we doing?" And we went out to Lorenzi Park, and he just put on a shirt, and he was just like, "I'm with whatever," you know. And he was like, "Whatever to do for the family," and that was just how all our friends got down. So whoever we brought around were just a part of everything that we did.
And if your uncle listening now, Nick, him and Terrence were, those two.
We ain't gonna,
We're going to talk about the job those two did on the mailers. I mean, they put the stickers on Crooked,
Oh, Lord.
and then they was with one of our, Bird and Bones.
Yeah,
One of our clients was a barbecue restaurant, and all they had to do was twirl the sign. And they couldn't get that. But I'm not gonna mess with them. I ain't gonna mess with them. They couldn't get that.
Listen, they wasn't built like that. They didn't want to do all that.
They were too baby. They were there.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Those two. They disappeared for like a half a day and got in trouble because they were at the mall shopping after they got their little first check.
They didn't know. Listen, when you ain't never had no money, you like, listen, I got some money. I can go spend it now. So. You know, that's what happened when you ain't had no money growing up like that. And I ain't gonna say we didn't have any. It's just like we didn't have money that we thought we should have had.
Right.
So
Because the whole family had to hang out with us, right?
Yeah.
If you came to our house, you were being put to work.
Mm-hmm.
If you spent the night, you were being put to work. So, you know, you just had to do what you had to do. It was we didn't play that.
and that was at every family member house. So that ain't just over here. We had to go to every family. We had an uncle that he slaved us.
Landscaping.
I ain't gonna put you out there if you listen, but yeah, he had us out there. $20 a whole day.
Yeah.
It was slave work.
No, it was business. It was business. And we didn't have no problem with that. I think that all carried over. It's like we know what the assignment is. That's like me and you was talking this weekend. It's a way of life. Like when people get into our family, they join us, they come hang with us, they want to marry one of our kids or something like that, or grandkids. They got to see that this is a different way of life. This is not normal. Well, it's normal for us.
Mm-hmm.
Some new normal.
Right. It, like you
It's
said,
always
like
something new.
some new is like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving. Like very impactful. I'm hearing all the impact from back in the day.
We got many friends that can
to
come on here
now.
and tell you the impact that they got from being a
Oh,
part
yeah.
of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just like you said, that's what Something New is all about, right? Doing something new. And so
And you tell Major and them, they texting now, you tell them to call in. Give them
Yeah.
the number, they can call in. They can call in on the
he
show.
texting right now. Kels is, laughing and
702-647-3688. 702-647-3688. Text them the number, they'll call in.
okay.
They can call. No, really, because you guys, the biggest thing that you understand, like you guys, you are, in this process of Something New. There are a lot of young people who are impacted, like Cash now, today, Lauren. We've been doing this for 20 years. Like, we've been hiring people from UNLV, CSN, Nevada State College, Howard University. I mean, we've been doing this. And college interns like Destiny and Keziah. It's something that we're proud of. We're very, very proud of that opportunity.
And I'm hearing the same the consistency over the years. We're hearing great feedback from Let's Talk Business. We're hearing great feedback from Some New in the Valley now, because we've had people come up to us and outreach like, oh, I heard you on the radio, or I came to this event because I heard you guys talk about it. It's just like the years of impact and just being consistent with the Some New way.
Yeah, and like this is something very unique and special about Sumnu Marketing. For me, in my experience, it has put me in places I've never been in before and given me opportunities that I just would have never been in. Like, for example, being a producer of Sumnu in the Valley and
Look at
talking
that
on a radio
producer.
show.
Yes, say it with authority. I'm a producer, okay?
Right.
I'm a producer, I'm a host, I'm all the things, but 2 years ago, I would have never thought that I'd be in this position. And when Shaundell's like, oh, you guys do this show, or you're going to get on this show, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? So many people are going to hear me. I'm going to say something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, just thinking about where I was back then and where I am now, it's the experience that has grown me. That's the saying. And I didn't have that experience in the beginning, so I'm very grateful for that because they're willing to teach me, and I've grown a lot from it. And
We love it. We got a caller.
oh,
That was quick.
beautiful.
All right.
Let the caller in.
All right, caller, you're on the air.
How you doing?
Hi. Who is this?
This is Cleveland Poe. I took your class, one of your classes at the 88.1, the West Side School.
Oh, nice. Was it the boss program?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. What'd you get out of it? What did you enjoy about the boss program?
I actually got a lot of information, a lot of resources. I can't say I used them all as of yet, but you guys gave me a lot of information that I can use for the future to help grow my company.
Awesome. Oh, what's your company?
I got Prime Enterprises. I kind of pretty much cover a lot of different things, but my primary is health and wellness.
Nice, nice. So, building small businesses, what we love to do. What's the one thing that you remember about that boss workshop? Like one thing.
Building real relationships.
Whoa!
Yes!
Oh my goodness! Oh man, you made my day.
Music to art.
You made my day. I tell you, and thank you for calling, man. I appreciate that because what we aspire to do is help small businesses like yours. The Boss program was sponsored by the city of Las Vegas. Shout out to Dr. Tyler, Sheena, all those guys who believed in Sumnu bringing that to the historic West Side School, right next door to KCP. It was a 6 or 8 week course, and then later on we did the Yes program with the youth, and I saw a lot of them at Men Who Cook the other day, building businesses in our community. So thank you for calling in, Carl. I appreciate you, man.
Of course, I appreciate you guys, man.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Relationships.
Ah, look at that.
And it's REAL, relationship.
Right on. Look at
Don't get
that.
it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Going back to like some new culture or some new way, Thomas, like what are some things that you still carry with you to this day? Because you don't work with some new right now, but
I'm always a part of something new.
oh,
So it's not that
I didn't say you wasn't a part of the family. I said
I still work there too.
Okay.
I mean, if you listen, it's like this. I'm always gonna be a part of something new, even if I don't work there like y'all do. I work there, right? Because I'm always branding still. I still talk about it. I still promote. So I'm still doing it whether I get paid for it or not. And so it's but to answer your question, you said what is what did you say? You said what is what?
What are some of the things that you took with you, like, to your personal life or to your own business that you learned from some new?
Well, as the young man just said, it was on the call, relationships, right? I created a lot of relationships from being with something new that I carry with me through now, and the connections that I have now, even when I started my own business with my clothing brand, that the relationships that I had from being with something new helped me to this day. And one of the things that my pops always said when we were growing up was the habits that you form when you're young are the habits you have when you get older. Mm-hmm. So the work ethic when being with something new, like the non-stop grinding, I kept that with me to this day. I'm always working, obviously, as you know. I'm always doing something. I'm not just sitting at home doing nothing. Parents call me all the time, like, what you doing at work? They're like, boy, God dang, you work every day of the week. I mean, at this point, it's like you have to, right? Especially with the way the economy is today, and the way things are going. So I kept those two things with me, keeping those relationships, and then that work ethic. And so I took that with me when I left something new, and I continue to do it throughout my life now. So, and it's always benefited me. So I ain't gonna never change that.
And the one thing I don't think people realize is like when we talk about building businesses, he built True Life Passion from his vision. right? His clothing line. And he asked, and these relationships are seriously real. So he asked, Pop, who can I call and talk to about this stuff? And we put him with an award-winning apparel company with Eagle Promotions and Mario. And he went and sat down and talked, and Sue, right? And sat down and talked to Mario and Sue. And look, and that's what it's about, right? In our community, a lot of times, we try to have our kids start over from scratch. That's not the Sumnu way. My father, let me just tell everybody where Sumnu comes from before I forget, is when we were going through the recession and we were saying we were going to rebuild the company rebuild Newsome Marketing. That was our, that's our last name, Newsome. So we said, my father always said, if things are not working and the things you're doing are not working, do something new. Right, but we of course, like we do, said something new. Let's do something new. And then we looked at branding, and really, if you look at the logo, it's actually the Newsome Marketing logo flipped to the side and it's added to it. So it's like two of the Newsome Marketing logos put together when you look at the whole logo. So that's how we came up with something new. And then Lou Collins was like, back then they were Fan Club Entertainment. Lou was like, wow, that's fire, man. Whoa, that's going to be global.
Mr. Lou, Sweet Lou.
Yeah, Sweet Lou was like, man, that brand going to last. And so it has lasted. And, so that's really is building his company, building Big Scapes with Nick's company, with the landscaping. Tierra's got Phenomenal Mama. So, and all of my kids, all 8 kids have an opportunity to do something new, right? It's all about, like I was telling you guys, about your habits, and it's about the systems, and it's about the behavior. So everybody has that opportunity.
That's amazing. I see it. I'm glad and grateful to be a part of the Sumnu journey. Of course, y'all my family. I'm just so happy. Like, I don't have to work nowhere else, and just I'm always.
It don't mean that ain't no cakewalk now. Just
I know. I'm coming up on 9 years next year.
9 years, huh?
Yes.
A whole veteran.
Yes, and just being a part of Sumnu, and then working with my family, and just seeing the huge impact that we have on small businesses and our community is just, I love it. I love it.
All right, we have another caller. Let's bring her in. Bring him in.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. It's your boy Kev.
What up with you, bro?
Hi, good
What's
morning.
happening?
How are you?
What's going on? I'm all right. I want to say congratulations to Sumnu. It's been a privilege and an honor to watch you guys grow and last 20 years, and God willing, you get another 20 years and beyond.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. It's always great hearing from you, great seeing you. I know you do some entrepreneurial things yourself. So, what did you see or learn or glean from being around Thomas or being with the
host parties and whatnot? So we was already on that, not even knowing we was on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did many things like Toys for Tots. You remember that?
Yeah, that was great. That's still one of my favorite pictures of looking all crazy.
Yeah. Right. We've been through some things, like you said. We didn't even know a lot of the stuff that we was doing at the time that we were doing it, because we were kids, right? We were just winging stuff. We were just going to party, and like you said, we were doing stuff that kids at our age wasn't thinking about doing. They weren't doing it. They made movies and stuff later on down the line, but we was doing stuff like that they doing now, and we wouldn't even know it.
The social media was how it was back then. Like we might have been one of them ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had MySpace, but MySpace wasn't like a Facebook or a Snapchat or Instagram and stuff like that. Like you said, we didn't. The Soldier Boy wasn't popular when we first came out. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff came in after us, and I always tell people, like, we was already doing stuff on the computers with our parties and whatnot. We had in the works to do concerts with Young LA and T.I. and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had stuff that we were trying to do, that, like I said, that
They had
came from
meetings
us.
at our house, and my wife would come out and say, what are them kids doing now? You better get rid of them kids. I said, no, let them do what they're doing. Let them chill. They all right. You know her.
I know she fed them too.
She probably was.
No, not our meetings. She didn't feed us at our
she
meetings. It was too many. It was too many of us.
Too many, y'all.
Too many.
Yeah.
She just
Said
said
it wasn't in the budget.
Right.
Right. That's what she say today, right?
But no, I appreciate you, bro. You know, because you've been around definitely since we were pretty much kids. You know, with junior high school with Nick and them, and then high school, and then as an adult, we've been around since what, 20 years. We've been knowing them about 20 years.
Wow.
And so when you, like I said, when we look back at like Let's Talk before we even came to this, like I said, we were trying to do something as kids that was not done in Las Vegas. I won't say everywhere else but Las Vegas.
Hey, and before I get off the phone, I want to say something. We need to get back on that, trying to provide a safe space for the kids to party, because, you know, right now I do Uber and I'm in school, so I'm going to have to talk with you, Shaundell, about marketing, because that's what I'm trying to do. But as I was working this weekend, I was going to so many pickups of shut down house parties, and it was great turnouts. I was like, man, these kids still need what we was trying to do 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So we need to look into that.
Look, and Tiara, she said, look, family meetings and outreach events, everybody had to come. So, you spent the night, boy. You had to come.
All our friends.
Come to work.
They knew.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling in, Kels. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Be blessed.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right, we have another caller coming in.
Hello?
Good morning. I'm just checking in as the official favorite child.
Oh, no.
There you go.
The CEO.
This
Right.
is our CEO.
Things up, okay?
Here she go.
It's
Their favorite child, huh?
okay to be second best. It's okay.
Oh, God.
You
Here she...
that well.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding. I just wanted to chime in on something that I'm sure you guys mentioned in the very beginning, which is the importance of the mindset. Because a lot of people, I've tried to, to share with them over the years and tell them, like, Newsome was just the beginning, and it's doing exactly what it was designed to do, right? When people come up to me like Thomas is saying, I'm still a part of something new. Well, I mean, I'm officially still a part, but it's doing what it was designed to do, which was to give us that mindset that we can start our own businesses, that we can, start our own organization and movements and things like that. I don't think that I would have started Phenomenal Mom. Well, I know I wouldn't have, because you have to see it, to be able to achieve it. And so I just wanted to share that with any of the listeners, that if you feel inspired, you can always reach out to us, because, as Shaundell said, it's all about doing and trying something new. We used to say try something new.
Right.
And then we changed it to do something new.
Do something new.
You got to do it. Just go for it.
Tiara's absolutely right. She was our sponsor when she was in she was our sponsor when we were struggling. Yeah, she was our sponsor. Them good old look.
The overseas pay, it helps.
Listen, sister, we appreciate them good old military checks. Them things was good. Because this show kept paying me. Because I wasn't getting paid.
Listen, I mean, when you're up on the grind, and we do things, I was sharing with the team this morning, we don't do things to get recognized, right? So if any of us were in things for the money, we wouldn't last for 20 years, going on 20 years.
Right.
I started Phenomenal during the global pandemic, and a lot of people were like, that's pretty much like starting it during a recession. But I knew I was called to that work, just like Thomas was sharing, like creating that safe environment. I don't know if he shared this morning, but I mean, he actually always was trying to start something, even as kids. Did you share the story about how you juggled that neighbor lady? Oh,
listen, we're gonna leave. Listen, we gotta leave out all our young stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna give Arlene some flashbacks. She gonna come in here with a belt right now.
Well, like Tiara said, it was on her. She listen. We not right. Listen, she supported our business. We're gonna say that. Right? At the end of the day, like Tiara said, Sumnu was designed for what it is today. Starting from Newsome Marketing, it was here to help generations. Right? It helped us be able to put y'all in these seats, and And at the end of the day, like, I feel like we succeeded with that because, man, I'm telling you, in the beginning, it was rough, right? Tiara, no, when she was with Newsome Marketing in the beginning, and then when I came and at some new, it was some rough patches. So to be able to do what it is doing today, it's great to see it. So I would never thought it did.
It's the foundation in you as a person. And again, when you move forward, whether it's in business, even if you move forward to a corporation, we've had past employees, interns, and whatnot come back and tell us like those habits.
Habits you create.
Shout out to, like Shaundell saying, past interns. Y'all forgot my girl Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, Chelsea. Running strong.
And just anybody that has encountered us and pulled from it what they were supposed to, they move forward with greatness.
Right.
Yeah.
And shout out to all of our team members, past,
current, present,
future, all of that. You guys are everywhere. I love being out today and people update me on what's going on because I'm trying to run 2 businesses now. So shout out to the team for sure.
Well, 2 works, like Jamal said. 2 works.
2 works.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Tiara. We appreciate you checking in, calling, and dropping that wisdom.
Yes. All right, you guys. Do something new. 20 years.
20 years. Yeah.
2-0.
We have another caller.
Oh, shoot. We famous today.
Popping today. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hallelujah.
Oh, that's like Pastor JP. Thank you.
Amen. God is faithful. Hey, look, I just want to say thank you first of all to Sumnu for the consistency and the faithfulness. There's one area specifically that I would like to actually ask you to talk about so you can encourage others. I understand about the real relationships, the authentic relationships, but also talk about the faith part of it.
Oh, yeah.
How really the guidelines and the principles that you operate from is the faith. And just kind of express that a little bit.
Well, yeah, thank you for that, JP. And JP, that's Keziah's dad. The best dad jokes in the world. I gotta give it to him. I give him a shout out for that. Listen, and it was so amazing because I remember when I first started talking about faith in our business. I had a conversation with Dr. Fowler. And Dr. Fowler said, well, it's interesting how people can say that they don't want to have faith in your business, but this country was supposedly built on faith, right? It was, we say in God we trust, and, we have all those different work, but he said, at the end of the day, you go with what God has given you. And we have every meeting, every staff meeting, we do prayer. And we also have 3 technically foundational scriptures. My father's favorite were Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct our paths. And what we just talked about, that journey through the recession, through the pandemic, through everything, God has been there. And and what Dr. Fowler said all the time, he will blow your mind. And he's blown my mind, right? When God's doing something, he's going to blow your mind. And then the other one is...
Philippians 4:13.
Philippians 4:13, right? What is it?
I can do all things through Christ.
I can do all things. Yeah, that gives, yeah, right. So think about it from that perspective, right? We couldn't do all this without God. We just can't. And anybody else can go and say, hey, I'm going to do my business the way I want to do it. And, God bless you if you can. I'm going to pray for you. But I'm going to tell you that we made it 20 years because God has been a constant and a deliverer. And when my father passed away, I needed all of God. And so I think that's what it is, JP. At the end of the day, without God, we can't do any of this.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that because, when I look in the scriptures, it says that God is the one who gives you the power to make wealth. And so, absent of that power, it needs to, like you said, you turn it on your own. You can't forget that God is sovereign and He's doing things in the earth. He uses businesses to represent Him as well. So, thank you, bro.
Amen. Love you too, brother.
Love you, Dad.
Aww.
Wow. Well, we getting down to the wire, right? This was a great show.
It was.
A lot of fun.
I want to thank
first
y'all.
1-hour your show too.
Yeah. All right. Go Sumnu.
Yes. So, wrapping it up, what does this 20-year milestone mean to you personally and professionally?
For me personally, it means that my father's legacy and his life was not in vain. His life is being realized because he would be blown away by all of this. He was blown away when he came to the company and became our first partner and big donor. He'd be amazed at his grandson, his granddaughter making things, great grandchildren making it happen. So it means a lot to me personally and professionally from that standpoint, the legacy part.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, if I want to just sum it up in just one word, legendary.
Legendary.
I'm gonna take Dion and them stuff. It's legendary, right? 20 years is a long time. You know, that's a lot of time and just in business period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hear these companies be like, we've been around for 50, 20, whatever, but 20 years is a long time, especially as a small business.
Yes.
So, you know, it's
Most
a
small
staple.
businesses can barely make it past the 5-year mark.
Right.
Right.
Believe me,
So
I know.
20 is like, we know a little something. We know a lot of something.
And then Sumnu in the
Right.
Valley picking up 15 years ago from Let's Talk Business, that's legacy.
Yes.
That means a lot. When me and Craig talked about it, like he's like, man, dude, can you believe that was 15? Matter of fact, we were in the other studio.
Right.
Wow.
We were across the way,
Mhm.
and you see the pictures, y'all like, what is that?
With DJ
Like,
Thump.
what?
We was with
With
DJ Thump and,
right? Yeah,
what's
and
the,
Ball and D.
Ball and D.
That's
yeah.
right, Ball and
That's
D
right.
and DJ Thump. Right, back in the day.
Yeah.
The evolution. I love
Evolution.
it.
Yeah.
Well.
And now we got OT in the building.
Yeah.
From the D.
Yes, sir.
Right on. And Beezy, she's still over there? And
Yeah.
Beezy's still kicking it. All right, there you go.
Well, we're wrapping up with this show. Thank y'all for tuning in. And thank you guys for joining us today in Sumnu in the Valley. If you want to hear more, follow us on all socials at Sumnu Marketing. On our website too, sumnumarketing.com. And all platforms, Sumnu Marketing.
Shout out to
We
Lauren
here.
G.
We
Y'all
everywhere.
know we got Lauren
Yes,
G behind the
Lauren!
scenes. Look, she behind the camera. Lauren G. Regulators.
She be regulated.
You see our Instagram. That's Laura right there holding it down.
Thank
making
God
sure
for
we're
her.
active.
Yes. Yes. But
Please
yes.
engage with our posts.
Yes. We're here. We're never going anywhere, okay?
Yes.
We're still Sumnu in the Valley.
Mhm.
And thank you, 88.1. And y'all have a great day.
Yes, check us out at our next segment, our next show, first Monday of the month. So the next one is December 1st.
All right.
Tune in. Thank you.